Queen of Beauty, chapter 11. A wonderful story that you cannot miss. Joking. You better miss. I'm warning you. Spoiler alert. Set in 1990. And then the second part, last part, in the first half of 1991. Background, revolution, big change, communist regime. I was tempted to say fell. Well, it didn't. It left some bizarre contraption, a thing we still have around here, even around here. Yeah, right. In fact, I think they have a mayor from a town which is 60 kilometers north of here. He has a house, and he was not wanted by the police, but he was investigated. So this gated community out there has its share of what is called the Red Plague. But that's into the future, inshallah. The Communist Party became the Salvation Front in 1990, and now it has a well-deserved nickname of the Red Plague, Chumaroshi. Descendants, pigs. Why do I say pigs? The pig is an intelligent animal. Monsters, still in politics. However, working for some media outfits, made some money, then also tried our luck with Socrates, who's still a business partner today. I hope. I don't know what he's doing downtown out there, but anyway, and a good car for some purposes. Adventures, trauma, adversity, things. And then this woman walks into my life. The Queen of Beauty, winner of the beauty pageant. First in 70 years, something. The first after the Second World War, if there was any before. I'm not sure what. I can Google it, but what's the point? And important with this recognition, this title, this nobility of the of the body and soul, maybe. Let me keep it this way. I mean, positive, because I ended with saying in the previous episode that she was of great help. Well, try to. Maybe she did have some influence. I'm not sure. With the police when the accident took place, it wasn't my fault, but that's not neither here or there. Sometimes here. I mean, in the sense that they can. And then they could, especially then, could like book you or take you in or something like abuse, do you serious harm and injustice, even if you are innocent. So there was this woman who crossed on the red light. I had a green light and couldn't avoid her. Fortunately, it wasn't a fatal accident. But still, she had a leg in plaster or something. Who cares? Like in that in History of the World by Mel Brooks comedy, fantastic, one of the best 20 or so comedies ever made. In this Roman Senate, what shall we do? Shall we give something to the poor? I don't have the line, but then the answer is fuck the poor. So That caused some trouble because she sued me. I had to go again and again and again. That woman. Perhaps I should think of her pain, of her harm, even if, or especially because she was apparently drunk when. But anyway, so Queen Biddy came to the police station. In fact, police station in Utrecht. I'm sorry, it's so exciting that I have to yawn. This story of mine. She came to Utrecht, the headquarters of the police, the place where they issued the permits and so on, the main office of the traffic police, anyway. Then, now they are all in a different setting. And I could drive. Surely, as I said, the thing was in many ways clear. There was a witness. I had a witness. Fortunately, a woman gave me that number and said, "Pedestrian, look, I've seen it. I mean, I stopped the red light, but I was amazed that this woman is going on in traffic." So she had this deposition and then came at the trial. I said she sued me. I said it wasn't a trial because the state against me, or it was this victim of the accident. And then we carried on as before, taking her there and enjoying it. Taking her to the same place, that is, to this Petr Georgiou, this actor and professor of acting. And then a special moment came in. This is something I remember better. The day that I remember better. Well, the days were the days of wine and roses, of joy, bliss. And indeed, it's hard to recall the sensation, but it makes one think of, I said it before, it's better to have loved and failed than never to have loved at all. I have to find this. Maybe it was Shakespeare, and it's surely a wonderful line, perhaps as good as in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now is the winter of our discontent turned into glorious summer by the sun of York. And all the clouds that lord upon our hearts in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. It just happens that it's cloudy, but the sun came up. I don't know if that's for a while. It just came up in through the trees now. Interesting. So Christmas came, and she wanted or had to go to some relatives, an uncle or something in Oltenia. I have no idea where. But the plan was to take her to the railway station again from the house where she stayed near Julia Hastel at that point, to the railway station. But when we reached Gare du Nord, it was. Otherwise, she had a railway station if she was going east for some trains. But no, the fast ones still go from the same most important one. Otherwise, there was a railway station like a few hundred meters from that house, Gara d'Est. And the trains are full, packed, and packed not exactly like in India where you see a few thousand people traveling and dying from it on the trains and all over, and of course crowded like hell, but close. I mean, there were people determined to go hundreds of miles. I don't know, maybe some will just stop out of the city just some miles. I mean, 20. I don't know. Still, to walk 20 miles is it's harder than to travel those in 20 minutes by train. On the outside of the train, on the stairs of the train, because they couldn't push the others to squeeze in themselves. Well, maybe they were waiting for that to have the human tin can press more, and then they will see themselves in, and then others will. So the plan had to be abandoned. The plan of letting her there. Okay, I took her to the station. Good luck and good night. Or how is that movie with George Clooney about TV newsman? Anyway, who had this? So I said, okay, I'll take you. Oh, what do you mean? I'm saying 200 miles. It wasn't 200 miles. More like it was probably around 200 kilometers, 150 miles. But we didn't go through Pitești. We went south through Alexandria. So presumably it's closer, somewhere closer to the Danube, closer to the southern limit of the country, because otherwise we would go through Pitești. I'm not sure. And I said, yes, I will take you. And so a change of plan. We took the car. I mean, we had the car. And we drove, as I said, south. First of all, south. We went south from the city through what is that area called? Ferentar, maybe, or something. And then Alexandria. And I don't remember, but it was like all the rest of the period, or most of the rest of the period, a dream, like they have in the romantic movies, love stories. It was fantastic. And then, so I drove her to this house in the country, uncle's, okay. And then a week or so later, I went to drive her back. And that was some adventure, but that's tomorrow.